One Piece chapter 1067, Punk Records. So Dr. Vegapunk is a confirmed devil fruit user. That's right, he ain't a brain fruit. Lots of juicy details in this chapter like the one I just mentioned. Bit of a slowdown of pace from the epicness of last week, but we got a lot of shit confirmed that's kind of been theorized for a little while now. And again, confirmation on a few new things. So yeah, it turns out Dr. Vegapunk ate the brain fruit. There is a little tongue twister joke in Japanese because the Japanese name is the Nomi, and he has trouble trying to say it. But yeah, he ate the brain fruit, and it allows him to memorize an unlimited amount of knowledge and makes his brain grow in size accordingly. So that's why he had such a super huge head in the flashback, and the reason why he has a smaller head now isn't because he split his brain into 6 parts for the 6 parts of Vega. No, it's not fully explained how they have his personality, but his brain isn't inside the 6 parts of Vega. You know, on top of Egghead Island where it says Punk Records, that giant, thing, yeah, that's his brain. So his brain is absolutely huge. It's humongous. Like, they can't even wrap their heads around how big his brain is. So yeah, for me, it's pretty interesting finding out Vegapunk's a devil fruit user. So his devil fruits just basically means this nigga's super smart, or is fitting for a genius like himself to have a fruit like this. Vegapunk also doubles down that his 6 counterparts are like antennas that kind of replicate part of his personality. He says you'd get my full personality if you combine them, but they can get 6 times the work done apart, which obviously makes perfect sense. And also each of the 6 Vegas connect to Punk Records, which is, his memories and all of his knowledge at the end of each day and synchronize with each other. And also, since their dispositions and responsibilities are so different, the wealth of their experience is that much greater. So yeah, it makes perfect sense for him to do a move like this. Amazing. This guy's so smart, I love it. So Vegapunk knows that the Straw Hats was in Wano, and he asks them if there was a dragon there that looked just like Kaido. And obviously Luffy says, oh, you're talking about Momo. He goes on to explain to him, and Vegapunk's like, yo, but the devil fruit was defective. And then Luffy's like, how? He says, what color was the dragon? And then Luffy says pink. So Vegapunk like slams his head into the ground in disbelief, saying, you see, another monumental failure. Like Jinbei says, I get it. He's a genius and a perfectionist. So this whole thing about Momo's fruit being defective, like I was thinking, like, what's up with this whole defective thing, like, But yo, I guess Vegapunk really can replicate fruits 99.9%, like, as well as nature. He just got the color wrong. So yeah, Momo's fruit literally is Kaido's fruit. And to be fair, we obviously realized this after he aged up in Wano and was using blast breath and shit like that, We get a name for the husk that is on Egghead Island, and Vegapunk calls it the legendary Iron Giant, and he says it attacked the holy land of Mary Joie about 200 years ago, and that's very interesting. He said he heard it run out of power before it could cause any casualties, and he also goes on to say that he recreated the Iron Giant as best as he could as part of the Vega Force. However, he was unable to reverse engineer every aspect of it. So it seems like Vegapunk was able to make a pretty good copy. However, the main thing that he was unable to replicate is its power source. So I'm guessing his one just runs out of power really quickly. And again, he mentions that in the past they had a power source that would upend our modern ideas of what's possible. So he did mention an eternal flame before in the previous chapter, and that's what he's after, or that's what he wants to make or something. So yeah, I'm guessing this eternal flame would have been like a beacon that powered lots of different mechanisms from the Void Century. There's also a small reference to chapter 620, and they mentioned that 200 years ago was around the time that the Fishman Rights Movement started. And I'm guessing that's when Otohime's mom was trying to build bridges between fishmen and humans on land and shit, and all that shit went down with Fisher Tiger. So yeah, it's interesting. Did fishmen have access to this technology? Maybe. Vegapunk says to Luffy he believes it's fate that brought him here today. And he also says, please, can you take me away from Egghead? So is he somewhat held hostage here? Or I'm guessing that, the government just has such a close eye on him. He can't do what he really wants to do. So that's going to be real interesting seeing Vegapunk travel with the Straw Hats. Yo, is Vegapunk the final Straw Hat? Of course, Bonnie's still angry with Vegapunk in this chapter, like threatening him and stuff. He does mention that he did a terrible thing to Bonnie and that he needs to give her something. So we're yet to see what that is, but obviously there's a reason behind why he did what he did to Kuma, and yeah, we're soon going to find that out. We see CP0 arrive in Egghead. They have reports that Jory Bonnie was spotted making her escape here, And Lucci says she served her purpose. Let's just terminate her on sight. So that's odd that she served the purpose. Like, what did she do for them? So that's interesting to see. And obviously, yeah, CP0 just want to smoke. Some of the paths of Vega are in a bit of a panic as the CP0 turning up. But Shaka just says, tell them to hand over the Seraphim and leave. Oh, yeah, obviously CP0 turned up to drop off the 40 Seraphim Kuma. And then obviously get Bonnie, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But yeah, Shaka says they're going to decline their request to dock. I doubt agents of the world government will respond well to that, so prepare for battle. So yeah, it's looking like Vega Force and the Straw Hats versus CP0. Nice. And the chapter ends off with a cut to Kambaka Kingdom. And we see Kuma-san with lots of mechanical wires coming out of his chest and smoke coming out of his mouth. Just, you know, looking in a really bad way and just running off, just running away, just running and falling over. And we see a very passionate panel of dragons shouting at Kuma, saying, talk to us, Kuma. Where do you want to go so bad? And the chapter ends with Ivankov saying, stay with us. We are not done fighting. The revolutionary army is just getting started. And yeah, we don't know where Kuma's trying to make a dash to. So obviously this whole thing about, you know, Kuma being fucked up and this and that is all going to come to light very soon. So very, very interesting, very exciting. And guys, there's a break next week, so no chapter next week, but woo, Egghead has just been on fire. Absolute fire. Amazing. And we're finally really getting like consistent revolutionary army stuff now. Like, oh my god, like we're so close to the end. It's crazy. But by close to the end, I still think we got at least another 3 to 7 years. Come on. But yeah, very, very exciting times, guys. I've been Nagiri Suiebu. Please subscribe and like for more content like this, and I'll see you guys soon for another One Piece video. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care. Peace.